Hello everyone, now let us discuss about part 6 of antiarrhythmic drugs. In the current session, we will be focusing on the choice and use of various antiarrhythmic drugs. So coming to management of arrhythmia, asymptomatic arrhythmias and those which do not jeopardize the hemodynamics like atrial extrasystoles, ventricular extrasystoles, first degree AV block, bundle of His block, etc. In all these cases, initiation of treatment is not essential. Whenever the arrhythmia is asymptomatic or in normal conditions such as atrial extrasystoles, ventricular extrasystoles, first degree AV block, etc., the initiation of treatment is not essential. And if a particular patient is disturbed by atrial extrasystoles, propranolol is the best choice. And among all the antiarrhythmic drugs, only propranolol and to some extent amiodarone have been shown to reduce the cardiovascular mortality in long-term use. So coming to the cases where treatment is necessary or vigorous therapy is indicated whenever the arrhythmia is life-threatening, like sustained ventricular tachycardia, Torsades de Pointes, and ventricular fibrillation. In these conditions, vigorous therapy with antiarrhythmic drugs is essential. And when arrhythmia is causing hypotension, breathlessness, activity limitation, or cardiac failure. And even when the palpitations are marked, especially in case of PSVT, paroxysmal supraventricular tachycardia, sustained ventricular tachycardia, atrial fibrillation, and Torsades de Pointes, even in such cases, vigorous therapy is essential. And whenever simple arrhythmias lead to more serious ones, that is, for example, after myocardial infarction, the warning arrhythmias, even in such case also, antiarrhythmic therapy is given. Coming to the selection of drugs. The selection of antiarrhythmic drugs, it depends on various factors like the ECG diagnosis, the possible mechanism underlying the arrhythmia, the mechanism of action and the range of antiarrhythmic activity of the drug, the pharmacokinetic profile of the drug, and the hemodynamic effects of the drug. These are some of the factors which are taken into consideration while selection of antiarrhythmic drugs. And the main objective of the therapy is to improve the cardiovascular function either by restoring the sinus rhythm or by controlling the ventricular rate or by conversion to a more desirable pattern of electrical and mechanical activity. Coming to the clinical classification of antiarrhythmic drugs. So whenever only supraventricular arrhythmias are seen, the drugs of choice are adenosine, verapamil, diltiazem, dronedarone and digoxin. And when supraventricular and ventricular arrhythmias are seen, the drugs given are amiodarone, beta blockers like propranolol, sotalol and esmolol. Additionally, procainamide, disopyramide, quinidine, flecainide and propafenone are also given. And to treat only ventricular arrhythmias, the drugs given are lidocaine and mexilidine. Now let us discuss about various arrhythmias, their clinical objective and the drugs of choice. In order to treat atrial extrasystoles whenever they are symptomatic, the clinical objective is suppression and symptomatic relief, and the drug of choice is propranolol. In order to relieve the symptoms, propranolol is given for atrial extrasystoles. And in order to treat paroxysmal supraventricular tachycardia, the clinical objective is either termination of PSVT or prevention of recurrences. And the drugs of choice are IV adenosine, verapamil, diltiazem and esmolol. Now coming to the next arrhythmia, that is atrial fibrillation. Here the clinical objective, the first clinical objective is reversal of sinus rhythm. That is nothing but rhythm control for paroxysmal persistent atrial fibrillation. And the procedures performed are cardioversion and the drugs given are amiodarone. And another procedure is catheter ablation. And in case of atrial fibrillation, in order to maintain the sinus rhythm, the drugs given are sotalol, propafenone, amiodarone, dronidarone and dofetilide. And in case of atrial fibrillation, for the control of ventricular rate, in case of permanent atrial fibrillation and during recurrence of atrial fibrillation, the drug of choice is oral verapamil, diltiazem and or propranolol with or without digoxin. And in order to control urgent ventricular rate control, the drug given is IV esmolol or verapamil or amiodarone. Coming to next condition, that is atrial flutter. Here the clinical objective is again of two types. First one is reversal of sinus rhythm and the next is ventricular rate control. For reversal of sinus rhythm, the procedures performed are cardioversion, radiofrequency ablation, and the drugs given are propafenone after rate controlled by diltiazem or verapamil or propranolol. And in order to control the ventricular rate in atrial flutter, the drugs given are propranolol or verapamil or diltiazem with or without digoxin or even amiodarone. And in order to treat Wolff-Parkinson's-White syndrome, here the clinical objective is termination of the attack and the next one is maintenance. For termination of the attack, the procedures performed are cardioversion, radiofrequency ablation. And for maintenance is also divided into two types. Whenever the QRS complex is narrow and for wide QRS complex. For narrow QRS complex, the drugs of choice are propafenone or procainamide. And for wide QRS complex, the drug of choice are propafenone plus verapamil or propranolol or amiodarone or sotalol. Coming to the next condition, it is acute myocardial infarction arrhythmias. And whenever to treat acute myocardial arrhythmias like bradycardia, arrhythmias which occur after myocardial infarction. In order to treat bradycardia, the first one is reversal to normal rate. The drug of choice is atropine and if no effect is seen, pacing is done. And in case of ventricular extrasystoles and to control tachycardia after myocardial infarction, the clinical objective is abolition to prevent serious arrhythmias and the drugs of choice are IV lidocaine, procainamide or amiodarone and the cardioversion is performed if the patient is hemodynamically unstable. Coming to the next condition, that is chronic ventricular tachycardia. It is again of two types, non-sustained ventricular tachycardia and sustained ventricular tachycardia. The clinical objectives are suppression and abolition. For suppression, the drugs of choice are propranolol or amiodarone oral. And for abolition, the drugs of choice are IV amiodarone with or without propranolol or cardioversion. And even propafenone or lidocaine IV can be given. In case of chronic ventricular tachycardia, for the maintenance of therapy and for prevention of ventricular fibrillation or arrest, the drugs of choice are amiodarone, sotalol, and for the prevention of ventricular fibrillation and arrest, the procedure is implantable defibrillator by implanting the defibrillator. And finally coming to ventricular fibrillation. Here also two clinical objectives are prescribed. First one is termination and the next one is prevention of recurrence or recurrence prevention. For termination, defibrillation is done with or without IV amiodarone and for the prevention of recurrence, Amiodarone oral or propranolol are given. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for further videos on pharmacology and other related pharmaceutical sciences.